Hi, now I'm here at Valrosandra, a beautiful natural reserve some 10 kilometers from the center of Trieste in Italy. And what I was thinking about while I was riding the bike to come here was about the magic stuff that has been happening to me lately here in Italy. So, how is it with a person who has gone to a path of a spiritual or a holistic growth and the personal healing that comes with that, and if that person also is bipolar like me? I have openly many times talked about this, and I'm pleased that today lots of bipolar people have the courage and openness to come out with this. After all, the bipolar mental disease or mental disorder, which is a mental disease, although there is easily a very bad connotation to that, but it's a quality of a big group of people who have this tendency to go a bit deeper and a bit higher on the roller coaster of life than most other people. And since to me life is really about learning to know ourselves, learning to know why we are here, learning to find our soul path in life, and also to find the soul family, the soul mates, and learn about love without possession, without jealousy, this kind of things. It seems to me that being bipolar makes this journey in a way more effective for various reasons. First, it seems that the biggest steps in this healing and this growing awareness happen while coming out of one of these deep periods. It's like actually I think that the more important stuff happens when you go into the depth. Although those times you don't feel it, you feel bad, but in time you learn to have this kind of a consciousness that even when you are down in depression or life seems to be against you, all sorts of troubles that you wind up to, that in time you learn to have this idea that this is just temporary, and there's a reason why this thing is happening to me, and I am preparing in this way for the next rise. And through the stuff that you learn while being in the depth, it then gives you a possibility to harness the new information, the new awareness, to experience the magic of life to a fullest extent, unlike most normal people, if you like, can do. So it's really a roller coaster of going quite deep and going quite high, and over the years when you get more and more friends with yourself and understanding yourself, you start to trust life more. But there's another thing that kind of makes the bipolar life, the person who has a bipolar quality, to be a voyeur of self-healing and fighting your inner dragons and the dragons outside. And it's because this fluctuation of your moods and your mental stamina, it makes it much more difficult to cope with the rhythm of the mainstream society. And so you are less likely maybe to follow a conventional path of a career with all the regular stuff that belong to the typical life of a person living in the Western society. I'm sorry at the moment, I think because it's so windy that there's gonna be some noise from the wind to the camera microphone, but let's see how it goes. So when you are not so likely to follow this kind of a typical career in life, you tend to spend more time exploring your inner self, exploring your relationship to other people and to the rest of the world, and also to engage yourself in creative activity like writing poems or songs or making art. For me, it's I guess mostly about writing music and playing music and writing stories. So also this kind of artistic activity is more likely to take you into these deeper philosophical questions and then also to drive you towards finding answers to these questions. And for me personally, I can say from my own experience and what I've discussed with other people, that the magic that occurs to me in these times when I'm coming out of the pit is something that takes me somewhat beyond the boundaries set by this really rigid, mentally oriented, commercial Western society and the scientific worldview that comes with it, which is very stuck with physical materialism. And through these dark periods when you are a bit isolated from the system, you somehow open a portal through dreams and visions and synchronicities to connect with this invisible world of magic that doesn't completely agree with these rules. And now the rules of this material world are saying that I should go out of here because it's raining. And it was very sunny when I was riding with the bike just recently, but now it's raining and it's also getting cold, and I fortunately have a place to get some shelter. So I'll continue this later, but I guess I said most of the stuff that I wanted to say at this point. So hasta la vista and see you later, amigos.